Hi, I'm Kathleen Meares, and this video is to quickly show you how to get your materials set up for your first lesson. So you should have received your materials from IMSE, the OG in a bag, and I'm going to show you on my document camera some of the items that you should have received. So you should have received cards wrapped up together in some shrink wrap. And if you look carefully at them, there are different pages. Mine are already cut, so you might have to use your imagination. But the first thing you want to do is all of these letter cards, you can go ahead and just cut those apart. So you have each letter on a separate card. So that's pretty simple. Once you cut all of those out, you will come to a page that is set up like this. This is the blending strip you will have at the top, and then you will have two tapping hands. Now, the really important thing is once you cut these apart, you want to choose which tapping hand you're going to use with your child. If your child writes with their right hand, you are going to want to choose this tapping hand that matches the child's left hand. That is because as the child is tapping the words, they're going to be using their writing hand to write. So if your child is right-handed, you are going to want to cut out and use the left tapping hand. Now, if your child is left-handed and they use their left hand to write with, you are going to want to cut out and use the tapping hand that matches your child's right hand, because how it will work is your child will be tapping with their right hand while they are writing with their left hand. So I know that's a little confusing, but once you have determined which hand your child needs to use to tap on, save that one and make sure that that's the one that they use during the lessons. Once you have that figured out, you can also cut out, this is a name tag. It also has the tapping hands here, and it has a nice little model of the alphabet. You can go ahead and have your child write their name on there. These are sound boxes, and these are used with the little sound tiles for phonemic awareness activities. This might be something that I give for homework, but for now you can just set it aside. You will also find a page like this that has, this is called house paper. This is how we teach letter formation. If you happen to have a sheet protector like this, you can slide that house paper card into the sheet protector, and you can use a dry erase marker on here so you can reuse this again and again. If you don't have the dry erase sleeves, don't worry about it. We won't typically be using this during the sessions, but this might be something that you might want to practice on at home. Another item that you will need to cut out that is in your packet, you will see these little vowel pictures here, and all you need to do is just cut out each of those vowel pictures. And then if you have index cards, just fold the index card in half and then paste that vowel picture on one half of the card, and then on the other side you can write the letter. That is, and these are called vowel tents, and we'll be using these for our vowel intensive. You can set them up like this, and your child will be holding them up. And it just helps if you have the letter on both sides so that they can see what they're holding up, and then I can also see what they're holding up. So the vowel tents are important to have put together before the first lesson. Other materials that you will have, you should have a red word book. This will be where we write words that do not follow the spelling rules. Some of the books have the house paper design inside of them, and some do not. Hopefully yours has the house paper inside. If not, we can work with it, but go ahead and open it up and take note of that. There will also be a little box like this that has two crayons in it. There should be one red crayon and one green crayon in there. The ones that come in the box tend to break pretty easily, unfortunately. That's why you can see I replaced mine with Crayola crayons. But the important thing is just to have one red and one green crayon. Also, this screen, your child will be using as they write and practice their red words, just as a texture to trace and to write over. So that's what this is. You may also have with your kit, this is a little compact mirror, and this is to be used so that your child can pay attention to the shape of their mouth as they say the different sounds. So that's what this is for. You should also have this nice dry erase paddle board with a nice marker and an eraser. These are used a lot in the lessons. And just a little hack, if yours starts to get smudged like mine is, a really easy way to fix that is if you have hand sanitizer still lying around, if you put hand sanitizer on a Kleenex and then wipe it, it will get nice and clean and it will take away all of those smudges. If your child is particular about that, that's a great way to keep them in good shape. Also, in your kit, you should have a tray. If it comes inside of this giant Ziploc bag, hang on to that Ziploc bag because you will see why in a moment. Go ahead and take out your tray. You should also have received a little bag of sand. What you want to do is just open that Ziploc bag of sand and pour it into the tray. And then what you want to do is just gently shake the tray like this so that the sand is spread out. This is going to be used during the auditory kinesthetic drill. They're going to be forming their letters in the sand while saying the sound. Now, the reason I mentioned to keep the Ziploc bag is because when your child is not using their sand, so that it doesn't make a huge mess, it's very convenient to just be able to slip the whole bag, the whole tray into the bag like this, and then you can seal it. And then that way, even if it were to spill, the sand would be contained and you could easily just pour the sand right back out into the tray. All right, so that should cover pretty much everything in your kit. If you have any further questions, feel free to shoot me an email. And you should be ready for your first session. Can't wait to see you.